you build this amazing React Native app. Users love it, but when they close the app and come back, everything is gone. Their preference, their progress, their data, all reset to default. This is going to be straight to the point. We are going to cover 3 ways to persist state in Expo React Native: async storage, mmkv, and LegendState. Let's start fresh with a new project. We will use pnpm create expo app with blank-typescript as a template. Then let's open that code inside VS Code and run npx expo run android. We will use dev build instead of Expo Go because mmkv needs dev build. First, let's demonstrate the problem by adding a basic state. If you don't know what a state is, honestly, I'm curious about your thought process clicking on this video. Okay, let's create my number as a state and create the handle increment function. Now we'll add the button increment. Let's check if it works. Boom! I'm such a great developer. Shipped a feature in 5 minutes. Oh boy. Great. But if we reload the app, it's gone. All that precious user interaction lost forever. Method number 1, async storage. Let's install async storage. npx expo install React Native async storage. Async storage is kinda like local storage but async. We'll create 2 functions. One is for storing our number, store my number, and the second one is to fetch the number from our storage. For that, we use async storage.setItem to store the number and async storage.getItem to fetch the number. And because it's async, we need to await the functions. Now let's add a button to store the number. We can also just add this inside increment, but for this, let's do an extra button so that we can control which to store and which not to, so that we can control when we store the numbers. Now we need to fetch the number when the app loads. Let's create a use effect with the load data function when we can call fetch a number and say and put that data inside my number state. Let's reload and check. Bada bing bada boom. We have our number stored locally. Quick note, async storage has limits. 6 MB of total storage and 2 MB per entry. Check the docs if you need more. Method number 2, mmkv. Now let's try mmkv. It's significantly faster than async storage, and it's not async. We can just install it with npx expo install react-native-mmkv. mmkv is quite simple. We import mmkv and then create a storage. Then we will use storage.set to set the number and storage.get number if we want to get the number from mmkv storage. There's a catch though. Async storage works on all platforms, but mmkv doesn't. It doesn't support web, it doesn't work on Expo Go. It only works on Android and iOS for now. So you need to check the docs in case there's an update or you want to look for the details. Now let's test our new implementation with mmkv. Bada bing bada boom, yes, it works. It's great, awesome. Method number 3, LegendState. We don't want to manually persist every single state in our app. That's where LegendState comes in. Make sure to install the beta version. It's not really beta, by the way. It's not beta anymore. They just forgot to remove the beta. If you plan on using AI without the v3 docs for this, good luck. So let's install LegendState, pnpm install LegendState /legend-app/state add beta. In LegendState we have observables. Think use state, but better. Such deep explanation. Okay, let's import observable and then create our observable. We add a $sign to indicate it's an observable. Don't ask me who invented that convention, that's just how it is. So, to use our observable, in order to get the value from our observable, we just use with the $sign and then inside the parentheses we add our observable. Now we have value which is stateful, and in order to set the value we can just inside our increment say my number, which is the observable that's set, and then say like my number plus 1. Then let's check it out. Bada bing bada boom, LegendState is working. So now for the secret sauce, we want automatic persistence with LegendState. For that, we will need to create our persistent observable configuration using configure synced, and then use the plugin observable persist-mmkv. Notice that observable here has a capitalized O, and then we use that inside our my number observable. So now we say that my number is a persistent observable using the plugin that we've defined above, which is observable persist-mmkv, and then the name of this, the name for our observable in the persistence, the key would be my number. Let's increment the counter, reload the app, and bada bing bada boom, our state persists automatically with LegendState. We can just do the same, but with async storage now. But notice that with async storage, the plugin for async storage has a lowercase o for observable persist async storage, and it takes in async storage. Now let's reload, let's increment the counter, reload the app, bada bing bada boom, our state persists automatically. Awesome. Claps. That's what I call a 1.5x. Definitely. And that's how you never lose the state of your app again in React Native. You've got 3 options: async storage for simplicity and universal support, mmkv for speed and efficiency, and LegendState for automatic persistence and much more. And trust me, much more. If you want the code that I've used for this, the repo's link is in the description. And don't forget to support the OSS contributors who made these amazing tools possible. Yep. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Or if you want to hang out, you can stay, you know. Do you want me to sing, or I don't know? What do you like? You like guitar? Guitar? Oh, I don't have it in the room right now. Oh, glad you're still here, bro. Awesome. Yeah, you know, this is what I do in stand-ups, you know. When everyone says bye, goodbye, I stay there and I wait. just in case someone's late to the stand-up, and they want some help. And I stayed there so that I can tell them it just ended. It just ended, bro. You can watch the video. It will have a link, but right after I leave, which I don't know. Yeah. You're still here. Come on. Was it you, the one who clicked on this video but didn't know anything about the state yet? What's a state? Bro, I'm the same. I came from Angular, bro. And when I saw that in order to set the state, you need to call a set state function. Come on. Who does that? But I don't use Angular anymore, though. I'll be losing a lot if I do that. What's the state of Angular right now? I wonder. But React is good, though. So, yeah. I don't know if this part will be left by the editor, but I feel like if you're still here, that means that there's a connection, bro. There's a connection. Is this called brotherhood? Is this what they call brotherhood? People with friends. People with friends, they hang out with their friends, but I have lots of friends too. And my friends are asynchronous, bro. I can hang out here right now, and they can hang out with me when they want to. Although I can't hear you, I can hear your thoughts. You might say that I'm crazy, but that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Most of the time, crazy is good, right? It was crazy. English is not my native language, but I kind of get the vibe, I kind of understand it. Yeah. So, what would be good for the next video? That's interesting. I'll be looking for that, and also check in the comments in case you want me to talk about something, maybe something about being a developer here in Madagascar. I'll go to I need to go to the States sometime, bro. I need to go there and see are the developers in Silicon Valley that 100x developer, and me here in Madagascar, I might 1.5x developer or 0.5. I don't know. That's interesting. I need to go there. Write to me. DM me somewhere. You can DM me from somewhere. Even in the comment, you can write in the comment hey bro, come visit us in the Silicon Valley, because you can use persistence inside your React Native apps, you know, like persistence. That's peak developer right there. We don't need anything about Kubernetes. We don't need anything about writing a plugin for, I don't know, writing a plugin for FFmpeg, or contributing to SQLite or Terso. These are just all technical. But, you know, writing a persistent state, that's all. That's the thing. And you can look at the background and you can say, isn't that like Ishiraku right there? You know, I have Naruto hanging out behind me, you know. I have like great Hokage, like, you know, right there. You know, even Kakashi is there. And he's like, she's a Hokage too. You need like strong people to back you up, bro. Yeah, so I think that's it. I'll be looking for what's next, and maybe hang out with someone, you know, someone outside these walls. Oh, I'm not inside the wall right now. I'm in the middle of the city right now. You can see there. Huh. It has electricity, but then they also have like lightning. They have like, was it Ritum or something? That's interesting.